Hi, my name's Marcus Sanford, and I have a background in this question. And they have been given section names. There's law, history, and the writings. So in law, and the reason it has that section name is because Exodus is there. That would be the location of all the commands, the 10 commands, but the other uh, few hundred that are part of um, their law system. Before that, there is a historical section that is an account of history, and that runs from through the book of Genesis. Then the reason for the section after the law and the first five books to a book called Deuteronomy is referred to as the law. Then you have a chronological section going from the time after the escape from Egypt to the full possession of Judea. At that point, the chronology stops. I mean, there's repeats, but the chronology doesn't go too much further than that. Um, it You have a hymn book, you have wisdom writing. One is a marriage poem. One is a collection just of wisdom poems. The hymn book, of course, is called Psalms, which just means worship songs. Um, you do have a few little books right in there that are what we call post exile history. So at the end of the first historical section, Israel's in captivity in Babylon. They come back, and there's a few more pieces. Esther is really about how they come back, um, but there's some other pieces in there that are about what life was like after the return. And of course, the area is getting heavily overrun by bigger countries moving around, taking possession, trading, capturing, and so on. After the last of those post-exile uh, accounts, you've got what is called the prophets, or naib, I believe is the term. And this is mostly poetry in poetic form. There's a few sections where some accounts are given. Uh, some of them are very short, uh, making it hard to interpret. The other ones that have historical sections help us figure out, where the person was. So a lot of times on the prophets, we're dealing with material by a person who was alive during that decline, or that time when Israel was at a risk of being captured and deported, and they're warning about it. So the main understanding we should have of a prophet is not so much predicting the future. It's not like he had an office like a uh, fortune teller or a psychic or something like that. He primarily was an ethical preacher, but he was occasionally given the ability to announce some things in advance. Then you've got a few that are mostly that way. For example, Daniel and his stories take place in captivity, but they speak of coming back to. I see my time is about out. Uh, then the Christian New Testament starts out with a message quoting the last of the prophets. Thank you for your time. My name is Marcus Sanford, and I hope to look forward to working with you.